So tell me the first thing that you find that you love about the world.
Being in it.
So tell me the first thing that you find that you love about the world.
Being in it.
Tell me the first thing that you find that you love about the world.
Being in it. That's the coolest thing of all. What I love most about the world is being in it. Definitely. That's key.
Okay, so tell me the first thing that you find that you love about the world.
Being in it. That's the coolest thing of all. What I love most about the world is being in it. Definitely. What I love most about the world is being in it. Definitely. What I love most about the world is being in it. Definitely. What I love most about the world is being in it. Definitely. What I love most about the world is being in it. All I know is I'm here. All I know is a phenomena. All I know is I'm here. All I know is a phenomena. All I know is I'm here. All I know is a phenomena. All I know is I'm here. All I know is a phenomena. To do good in the world and not to mess around and infringe on other people's personal property. To do good in the world and not to mess around and infringe on other people's personal property. One thing that I'm not down with. One thing that I'm not down with. One thing that to do good in the world and not to mess around and infringe on other people's personal property. One thing that I'm not down with my freedom. One thing that stuck into somebody else's version of the world. One thing that I hated it, man. Trying to take away my freedom. One thing me stuck into somebody else's version of the world. One I hated it, man. Trying to take away my freedom. One thing that somebody else's version of the world. I hated it. Trying to take away my freedom. Get me stuck into somebody else's version of the world. I hated it. Trying to take away my freedom. Get me and I broke out. And I broke out. And I broke out. And I broke out. And I broke out.
I am a free man. I am not an empire. I am a free man.
And I broke out of it. And I broke out of it. Man, and I broke out of it. And I broke out of it. Man, and I broke out of it.
An empire. I am a free man.
Another time, there was a famous master called Suibi, and he was asked, what is the secret teaching of Buddhism? And he was asked this in the lecture hall, you know, where other monks were studying. And he said, wait till there's no one around and I'll tell you. So later in the day, the monk accosted him and said, there's nobody around now. What is the secret teaching of Buddhism? So he went into the garden with this monk and he pointed at the bamboos. And the monk said, I don't understand. He said, what a tall one that is. What a short one that is. And this awakened the monk. And this awakened the monk. And this awakened the monk. There was once a woodcutter working in a clearing in a forest when he saw a strange animal peeking at him from behind a bush. And thinking to have this animal for dinner, he rushed at it with his axe. And the animal laughed from the opposite side of the clearing. Because this animal had the power to reach forth. And therefore wherever the woodsman intended to go, the animal read his thought first. And so the animal began to talk and mocked him and said, you think you're going to be, I'm going to be this place next? Because the woodsman naturally thought, when I see him next, instead of going to where he is, I'll go to the opposite side of the clearing. And so this went on until the woodsman got absolutely furious. And he returned to chopping the wood. And the animal laughed and said, so you've given up. And just at that moment, as he whanged the axe against the tree, the head flew off and struck the animal dead. That's the way you have to attain Zen. That's the way you have to attain Zen. Way you have to attain Zen. That's the way you have to attain Zen.
A 1,000 years is but an instant. There's nothing new, nothing different. Same pattern over and over. The same clouds, same music, the same insight I felt an hour or an eternity ago. There's nothing here for me now, nothing at all. Now I remember, this happened to me before. This is why I left. Youth began to find your answers. Although it will seem difficult, the rewards will be great. Exercise your human mind as fully as possible, knowing it is only an exercise. build beautiful artifacts, solve problems, explore the secrets of the physical universe, savor the input from all the senses, feel the joy and sorrow, the laughter, the empathy, compassion, and took the utmost and no memory in your travel bag. I remember where I came from and how I became a human, why I hung around, and now my final departure schedule. This way out, escaping velocity, not just eternity but infinity.
From my point, or whatever, the root of most people's mistakes is somehow through their environment or the people around them trying to get that person to do something that in their heart they don't want to do, and that's where all mistakes start each and every time, going against what is in your own heart. And you can count on that mistake happening.
I would say that life understood is life lived. But the paradoxes bug me, and I can learn to love and make love to the paradoxes that bug me. And on really romantic evenings of self, I go salsa dancing with my confusion. Before you drift off, don't forget, which is to say, remember. Because remembering is so much more a psychotic activity than forgetting. Lorca in that same poem said that the iguana will bite those who do not dream. That the iguana will bite those who do not dream. That the iguana will bite those who do not dream.
So Philip K. Dick had this theory that time was an illusion and that we were all actually in 50 AD. And the reason he had written this book was that he had somehow momentarily punctured through this illusion, this veil of time, and what he had seen there was what was going on in the book of Acts. And he was really into Gnosticism and this idea that this demiurge or demon had created this illusion of time to make us forget, that Christ was about to return and the kingdom of God was about to arrive. And that we're all in 50 AD, and there's someone trying to make us forget, that, God is imminent. And that's what time is. That's what all of history is. It's just kind of this continuous, daydream or distraction.
You people out there are the most important people you have to deal with. When you accept yourself, everything else is naturally accepted. Love what you do. Love who you are. Love why you are. Love when you do it. Love how you do it. And love where you do it. When you have love in everything you do, you can't miss the mark. And the mark is the center of the target.
Somebody else's version of the world, and I hated it, man. They're trying to take away my freedom, get me stuck into somebody else's version of the world, and I hated it, man. They're trying to take away my freedom, get me stuck into somebody else's, man, and I broke out of it, man, and I broke out of it.